Welcome to the venerable Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Louisiana Raging Cajuns and the Toledo Rockets. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Toledo head coach before the game. He is so excited to lead his team out onto this field where he was a player himself. He has waited his turn. It is a full circle moment for him. And he said, I cannot wait to be the head coach and be the leader that I had when I was a player. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Raging Cajuns will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. From the gun, it's Smith. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Let's talk for a second about Toledo. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of 5-star blue-chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. But, David, the big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough. And then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So, interested to see how they do in developing these guys.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Robinson looking to pass. Boy, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero. But, oh, boy, it's kind of the opposite.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Avant. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snags it. Past the 40. Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Really, really smart job by your QB. Knowing exactly what's going on, knowing the situation. It's 3rd down, man. Survey the field, but don't force it. Don't make a mistake. Let your guy do the work. Great job dropping it off to the running back. He does the rest. Move the sticks and get a fresh set of downs.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
The ride. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Holstein from the gun on third down. Working the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Escapes the pressure going right. Smashes through the tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cajuns. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Toledo hoping to get things going on this drive as the offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Long way to go on second down. Robinson will throw. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Rockets racing to the line in the hurry-up. Churns into the pile. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Between the hashes, it's Bond. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He's changing the play. Hits inside. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Rockets will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Smith. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Right side, it's Jones. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. And the Rockets have it with a first and goal. Robinson looking to pass. Touchdown, Rockets! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Avant. At the 35, he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Throwing, Holstein. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Turns it upfield. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Eli Holstein to throw. They're all over it. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Eli spinning it again. Under pressure. And down he goes.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And the gun on 3rd down. Here's Holstein. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Punt is in the air. On the return. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Toledo. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Now Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out wide left to Toledo. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Motion from the back. Here's Holstein to throw. Rush right in his face. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Going to field this one in tight quarters. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. There's some daylight. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he gets rid of it.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Holstein throws to the wideout. Almost picked off. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun on third down, Holstein. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out wide right, it's Jones. Snags it and he's open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Robinson will throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The run inside. It's Sanders. Could be an alley. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Changing the routes with his receivers. Needs it here on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for space. It's Avant. He's got the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Avant. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And the Raging Cajuns will try to pick it up on fourth down. Fourth down, Holstein. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Robinson looking to pass. Right side, it's Jones. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Fires to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Tries to get it himself. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Charlotte 49ers.
And the return man's journey is stop, but there is a flag on the play.
And it's Ole Miss trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Throwing, Holstein. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Toledo. They'll will try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Louisiana offense heads out onto the field to start this drive. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Eli Holstein to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. Looking to the big tight end. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Lined up in the gun, third down, Eli Holstein. Throwing right. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. Looks it in. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls it on the option. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Robinson will throw. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. Searching for space. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Now the pitch. Got the first down. Turning it on. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. And the Raging Cajuns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Avant.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got his man on the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Quick completion on the out route. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Eli Holstein to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Quick give. It's Avant. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Holstein. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Caught. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling.
Hauls it in the first down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's Holstein to throw. He's got it on the run.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. That's the end of the period, and it's Toledo holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, first and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Bond. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 15. The Rockets offense looks primed and ready to launch on this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to it. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Robinson looking to pass. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Running inside, it's Smith. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll run it to the right side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it, being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Robinson will throw. Left side, it's Jones. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Rockets, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
This is so of interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. They'll hurry to the line, but the clock's still running. On the move. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Really good job by the defense there, understanding pass, dropping back, but not losing sight of that running back and letting that quarterback throw it to him where he can pick up some extra yards and get that 1st down. They did a great job covering the whole field and making sure that running back got nowhere.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And there he goes. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee.